Okay, so we're going to get a little bit of understanding of the steps of the technique this week. So I'm going to try to do short little 5-minute videos that are really quick so that you can know exactly what you're doing when we start to make some good changes, when we start practicing, really practicing next week. So focus. What is the focus? The focus is, what is the problem? What is the issue? What is the situation? What emotion is it causing in me? What is the feeling? Is there a sensation? Am I seeing vivid pictures? Is it in color? Is it in black and white? When I see the emotion, does it feel heavy, light? Is it big word emotion, a small word, flashing? The focus is seeing what it is that you are seeing in your head. Okay? So if you're seeing words, you're seeing pictures, you're seeing something that represents what the problem is. That is what the focus is all about. Now, the focus can also be where you're asking yourself particular questions to get how your brain is going to answer them. So when I'm working on myself, I have like 30 questions that I can ask myself to see what my brain is really thinking, how it's going to reply. So am I okay about this situation? But you find out you're not okay with it if this was added to it, or if this came from another person. So it's okay if George says it, but if it's Felix, it's a different reaction. So I have like 30 questions that you'll get too, but I'm not going to give them to you now until you have gotten used to the technique. Otherwise, you'll get bogged down in them. So we just start with, what is the problem? How can it be worse? How are you feeling about it? The emotion that you're feeling, have you ever felt that particular emotion before? Because you're going to find out that whatever's bothering you now is pretty much probably connected to something in the past. And so if you're feeling pushed right now with someone, you got to look and see, when was the last time I was feeling pushed? Was it something with regards to when I was in school and my parents were trying to get me to good grades? Was it whatever? And as soon as you can see the earliest time that you felt that emotion, that is the subject that you address. So most of the time when I'm working on myself or helping other people to work on themselves, the issue right now is really connected to something when they were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, way before. We address that issue. And when you address that issue, it dominoes effects into the current issue. So instead of working here and then going back, like you have to work this issue and this issue and this issue, if you actually work the original, it will domino effect it and take it down. So this current one will just disappear because the issue where it started from is no longer there. The message is no longer there. So now when the message is here, it's like, wow, that's not the message. So that is the focus. That's the whole purpose of the focus. Trying to see what's the source. You can start out with just current if you're dealing with something current, especially if you're just dealing with something real quick and you want it to kind of go away a little. But when you want to work it and get it all the way down, that's when you're going to see, when was the first time I felt this way? When was the first time I experienced this? And that is the focus. So I hope you're going to understand that focus, distract, and go happy. They're just 3 little steps. But the complexity of what's involved with them, why it works, what you end up looking at is very broadened, okay? It's not just you're saying, oh, I'm unhappy, distract myself, come back. You actually got to find the source, if you can. If you can't find the source, then you just work with what you know. I always tell people, sometimes I get a loss. Well, I can't think of when the first time I was angry. I'm like, don't worry about it. Just what's the closest time you can remember from being angry? Was it when you were 18? Was it 19? When you failed the test? Whatever it is, just go with what you know. Because later on, your brain will start to trust you to know that you can handle everything that happened to you. And it will help you to remember things that you would say, oh yeah, this is helpful in helping me to see why I feel this way about this, why I think this way about this, and then be able to make the shift so that you can, in the present, not be chained to you know what that is keeping you stagnant or not moving forward or just not happy all the time. Anyway, that is my little spiel, and I hope you understand focus, what that means a little better.